where's my next victim? Pierre Jalbert is the composer of the next piece. We're going to have a New York premiere from him. Pierre, come on down, or up, as the case may be. A microphone. So, your piece tonight, getting its New York premiere, Les Espaces, Infinis.
Les Espaces Infinis.
Okay.
The Infinite Spaces.
The Infinite Spaces. From your description in the program notes, it almost sounds like it might have been inspired by, you know, that Tibetan Buddhist idea of the void, the awesome void. And yet it's a very modest piece in terms of its size and its scope. So how did you, I mean, what was the initial approach to this?
Well, certainly that's part of the idea behind it. The quote is actually from Pascal, which says something like, "The eternal silence of the infinite spaces frightens me." It's not a particularly frightening piece, but the idea of vast open space, and basically I wanted to write a piece where these sort of free-floating harmonies, very slowly moving, where time almost stands still, that was sort of the idea behind the piece.
Mm-hmm. The idea of suspended time, certainly that's an Eastern thing as well. But we've seen it from Morton Feldman and John Cage on as, you know, a part of Western classical music practice. A relatively recent phenomenon, though.
Sure.
So in your music, is this kind of an outlier, or is this a thread that you followed in other pieces?
Well, in some of my other pieces, that certainly, especially in slow movements, that sense of very slowly moving harmonies certainly takes precedence. And I mean, this piece begins and ends very quietly. In a way, it's meant to be a quiet meditation, but it does have its more forceful moments. So it does build, but that was the initial spark for the piece.
Yeah. I think I first came across your music. I was one of the first round of judges in the BBC Master Prize, which, congratulations, 10, 12 years after the fact. And that piece had a real sense of kind of forward progress to it. So, you know, very Western, you know, sort of arrow of time stuff, as opposed to what you're talking about now, which sounds more Eastern circle of time kind of stuff. One other question is, you're based at Rice University, right?
Right.
What is how vibrant a new music scene do you have in Houston these days?
Well, there's a couple of groups in Houston, and actually some of the composers at Rice and the University of Houston, a group called Musica, we've sort of formed our own group and a circle of players, and we give several concerts downtown and at the Contemporary Arts Museum. So we're trying, it's a place that there's a lot of possibility. It's a huge city, and
musically known for its hip-hop scene, but, you know, there's obviously more going on there.
Sure, there's, and there's a lot going on downtown, you know, there's quite a schedule of events, but we're trying to, and several other groups are trying to just keep it active and get contemporary music not just stuck in the university, but out into the community as well.
Has this piece been played in your hometown there?
Yes, it has.
All right. Well, we get to hear it for the first time here in New York, and Pierre, good to have you here.
Thank you.
All right, let's New York premiere. New York premiere of Les Espaces Infinis. Once again, the orchestra, the lead composers, James Schaefer.